Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy D Nally, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. Now, as always, you guys have really been coming together. I mean, I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately, but it is the truth, man. As always, we have gotten an abundance amount of requests for the same build. So as always, I am gonna run through the I guess you could call it a small list here and then get right into it, man. So today's request is coming from Tyler Hanley, Pugsley Perez, Keith Daigle Sr., Carlos Sun, Ultra Zang Cars GC, Brody Mitchell, Ace Gamer 101, Tygo Nunez, Cartoons Nation, Isaac Thodge, Princess Basima, James Bain, Austin Noonley, Prince Basima, Cyan McDonald P, Sean Gardner, and Drew Stew all want to see Faze Rugs Range Rover build. Now, for those of you guys who have been subscribed to the channel for a while, you guys will know that we did actually do Faze's Range Rover. Now, as it turns out, that matte black wrap has now been replaced with the stock white paint on that Range Rover. So what we got to do now, since so many people requested it, I did see a couple more runners up there. Adam LZ's Shelby GT350 being one of them. So if you guys do want to see any car in specific, mainly YouTuber builds is really what we've been focusing on, man. Definitely don't forget to let me know down in the comment section. And as it looks right now, the one that we get the most requests for, I think we're gonna have to do, man, because that only seems fair. So what we need to do right now is go ahead and buy up a Range Rover, not a Rolls Royce here. Where is the Range, man? We need a Range Rover produced by Land Rover, so it would help if we're probably looking in the right area here. And for those of you guys who have been paying attention, man, Faze does have what I believe to be a 2014 body style Range Rover Supercharged. As you can see, the SVR Sport here, a little bit different than what Faze has on his car. So we're going to go ahead and buy up this 2014 real quick and see what we can make of it. Now, I'm going to start out with the silver color here, even though we all know Faze's Range is most definitely that white color. That is on it now. We're going to go ahead and make a few changes a little later on in the video. Now, obviously, with this car being relatively stock, we are definitely going to be doing a couple upgrades, I guess you could say, that Faze does not really have on his Range Rover. Now, first and foremost, we're going to check out our conversions, even though we're probably not even going to go anywhere near either of these conversions for the drivetrain swap or the engine. I just like to check out our options nonetheless. Now, as far as aero and appearance, I gotta say, aside from the wrap, this car here, given the fact that I'm sure it is a daily driver, you know, this car for a YouTuber probably staying pretty much as stock as any YouTuber build or car that I've seen a YouTuber own in the future. This thing, not a whole lot done to it as far as what it would have came like from the factory. Obviously, the wheels still stock ride height. Not even sure if this thing has an exhaust on it, but I'm sure a lot of you guys could probably let me know for sure down in the comments section. But with that being said, there's probably a few things. You know, your boy Don Squally, you know, he's going to have to do a couple of upgrades, man. Mainly the clutch as well as the transmission, speeding up those shifts just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and install some brakes because even though this thing is, you know, a pretty performance-oriented SUV here, we're still going to want to stop a little bit faster. And I'm going to go ahead and do a weight reduction. Now, obviously, Faze Rugs Range does not have any weight reduction to it, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and install some on there for us. Now, performance-wise, I'm just going to do some very simple modifications here. Intake and exhaust for the racer in us. And then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that supercharger. Now, again, not 100% sure exactly what mods are done to this Range Rover, if any. All that I know is that, you know, it's a white Range Rover with black accents. So we're going to go ahead and install all these parts on this car real quick. Well, I guess it's not really a car. I guess you could call it an SUV. A lot of people are probably going to give me crap for calling it a car, but that's okay. Your boy Don Squally says all kinds of questionable stuff, man. Those of you who've been subscribed to your boy for quite some time probably know. It doesn't always have to make sense. It's just got to make dollars, baby. So as you guys saw, we did lift this thing up slightly. Like I say, Faze's range, you know, it's pretty well stock, man. So we gotta do that stock ride height. Even though we did upgrade the suspension, I still feel like the ride height just needed to be lifted up slightly. So as you can see, we did a couple of black accents here. I guess you could say the wheels as well as the tint here. Now, one thing I do want to do real quick once we save this to the car is apply some decals. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to black out this section of the vehicle, but it is one thing that I noticed, and it looks like we're going to be able to black that out, is that this black trim piece here is probably one of the you know, probably one of the more noticeable mods that this thing does have on it from stock. So I'm going to go ahead, just black out this section real quick here, as well as apply that to the opposite side. And as far as the accents go, like, the grille is still black on Faze's range, but obviously we can't put a decal on that. So I think we are just about done as far as the vinyls go here. Now, typically this thing, given the fact that we've already built this car in the game and that it's pretty much a stock car, normally this would not be a build that I would typically do for YouTube. There's really not a whole lot going on. As you can see, a lot of the mods that we did were more so for my own personal taste. Really, the only thing that we got going on here, in which Faze does have pretty close to the same look, obviously, is just, you know, the paint and that scheme that we have going on here. Now, with that said, because so many people did in fact make this request, I had to look up for one on Instagram here just to make sure that this Range Rover was in fact different from what we had originally built it in the first place on the first video that we did, and you know, if it would even be worth returning to. Now, you know, like I say, if there wasn't so many people making the same request here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, probably would have opted for something a little bit different, but you know, because there was so many people that had requested this, I figured there might not be a lot of those people that saw the original video, man. So we're gonna call this one, I guess, Faze Rugs Unwrapped Range Rover build, because pretty much that's all that he did compared to, or I don't know, maybe I'll go back and rename the other video. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this one, man, but yeah, the Unwrapped Range Rover build. Now, typically these things, I mean, it's a performance SUV. There's not a whole lot of speed, not a whole lot of acceleration, but surprisingly, with the weight reduction that we've done and obviously the tire upgrades, this thing is handling like an absolute gem, I should say. Looks like we have a potential race going on up here, but I think I'm just gonna pass on that, man. We are in a heavy ass Range Rover, and I'd hate to lose, especially while we're recording a YouTube video here. So I mean, we've pretty much covered all the bases. We've built this thing. We've taken it for a rip. We've pretty much gone over the reason why I chose this one today. And I don't know, man. I say we find a nice little mansion here. Oh, look at this guy. He's got a delivery of some bricks or something, some shingles up in his driveway. That's pretty cool. We're going to steal this guy's mansion, I guess, here, and probably put an end to this one. Now, as always, if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button if you guys want to see more. And you are not subscribed yet, definitely do so. If you guys can't tell, this is the overall style of the videos, man. You request it, we build it, upload it to YouTube, so on and so forth, man. So with that being said, I'm thinking we pretty much covered all the bases. Kind of a straightforward video today for you guys. So if you did enjoy it, I guess I already went through all that, man. So as always, I'm your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squally, and we're gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Don't die. Oh shit, where you going, bro? Don't be creeping on my friend. Don't be creeping on my friend. You and your homie. Oh, nut shot. Nut shot. Oh, buddy. Let's go. And your boy, man. Get him out of here. Oh, fucking. Ah!